I used to listen to bashment music like way back in the day, way before I ever listened to rap. If you don't know what bashment music is, think dancehall.
Me tell them man it's not a issue, come a pum pum turn up. Hey, that my shop become a pum pum turn up. I have to good to him, no miss you come a pum pum turn up. Pum pum turn up, me say me pum pum turn up. Me tell them.
And as a little kid, the very few parties my mum used to let me go out to, like, I remember skanking out to bashment tunes and it being all about the dancing, and I guess that's the whole culture with dancehall. To be honest, it was easier to find a dancehall radio station than it was to find a hip-hop radio station. And I wasn't particularly looking for hip-hop radio stations anyway because I wasn't into that. I like the dancing and the style and the swagger of, you know, the whole bashment scene, you know. I was a little madman. Fast forward a few years and I'm in secondary school and I'm walking along with my boy. And my boy happens to be repeating these lyrics. So I turn to my boy and I'm like, and the thing that struck me about that moment was the amount of fun this guy seemed to be having repeating this lyric. Like it was everything to him. And I was just like, what? Wait a minute, I want to be involved too. After a little while, I start repeating the line myself. And he looks at me like, what? You know the tune too? So I explained to him that I don't know the tune or the artist, but I think it's a dope line. He then goes in and pulls out one of these. But my problem is, at home, I can only play one of these. Anyhow, I take the CD home and check for one of my boys who I know's got one of them CD to tape recorders. And so he runs up a copy for me, sends it round to my house later on in the evening. So the next day I took the CD back to my boy and he's like, what do you think? To be honest, right, I don't really like it. I don't like the sound of it, I don't like the beats, I don't like the music, it's nothing I can dance to. Granted, I will say the artist was very passionate. At that point, I think I wanted to dance more than I wanted to listen to music, you know what I mean? So it was a completely miss for me, you know? Yeah, it's alright. Fast forward about 6 months into the future. I come home after a particularly f***ed up day, you know, kind of tired with school life and home life and just going through it, man. I just put on a tape and just hit play. I will never forget this moment. It was just like, whoa. The artist I'm talking about is Tupac Shakur, and going through the struggle, that opened up such a connection and such a bond, and just being able to listen and sit back and be like, yeah, you know, it's like almost somebody gets you without even knowing you. You know what I mean?
Again, you have to be logical. You know, if I know that in this hotel room they have food every day, and I'm knocking on the door every day to eat, and they open the door, let me see the party, let me see like them throwing salami all over I mean, just like throwing food around, or they're telling me there's no food in here. You know what I'm saying? Every day, I'm standing outside trying to sing my way in. You know what I'm saying? We are hungry, please let us in. We are hungry, please let us in. After about a week, that song is going to change to, we hungry, we need some food. After 2-3 weeks, it's like, you know, give me all the food, breaking out the door. And after a year, and you just like, you know what I'm saying, I'm picking the lock, coming through the door, blasting, you know what I'm saying? It's like you hungry, you reached your level, you don't want any more. We asked 10 years ago.
And after that time, you know, listening to his stuff, you know, I went into school and I was just like, yo, I was listening to that tape to my boy, oh, he's dope, he's dope. He's like, see, look. And he sent me more of his albums. And, you know, I ended up getting all his albums, you know, getting posters, trying to dress like him. You know how it goes, a little kid. And it was an eye-opener. And from there, you know, my love for rap grew. And that's the story about how I fell in love with rap music. Yo, hope you guys like that story. Like, favorite, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know the first rap song you ever heard in the comments down below. Peace and love, people. LeeToTheVI, out.